The legend lives on. Welcome to a brand new season of Best in the Desert Racing. There's a lot of excitement, and it all starts right here in beautiful Parker, Arizona at the BlueWater Casino for a race very rich in history known as the Parker 425. Make sure you check out this action when it comes your way on MAVTV. In this video, we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look at some of the stories and some of the drivers heading into a very thrilling and optimistic 2020.
Mr. Justin Laughlin, all eyes on you, my friend, because unfortunately, this race has plagued you. Tell me a little bit about your history here.
So we had beginner's luck. We'll just call it that. First time here in 2004, me and my partner at the time, Matt Lloydies, won the Class 1000 and finished 5th or 6th overall, something like that. And I have been back every year since then and have not broke the top 5. And this has been a terrible race for me, but I enjoy it. I love Parker. I love this course, and that's why I keep coming back. Because you would think at some point I would have stopped, or we're gonna wait for a monkey to get off her back, and I think that's 2020.
Last year there was a DNF. What happened last year?
Last year we made it 17 miles and had a ignition coil and a distributor is a really complicated thing to change, and we made it 17 miles. Qualified on the pole and led all 17 miles, and then that was it. So unfortunate, but hey, like I said, we love it here. We're gonna keep coming back.
Do you know how many years you've been unable to finish here?
Oh, it's probably been half of the 16 years that I've been trying, so maybe 8 or 9. I mean, this is a tough course. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got fast roads, lots of rocks, big whoops. You know, when you want to experience desert racing, Parker's the place to do it.
What do you think it is about this place that has just haunted you? Because you're so talented and you excel everywhere else.
You know, I think a lot of it is it's the beginning of the year. Everything's new, everything's fresh. At least we say that, and sometimes parts just need the chance to break in. And guess what? We brought Badco, just raced Ball 1000, tore it completely down to bare bones, rebuilt it, so we're about as fresh as you can get on a used truck.
I see that. I see you got a fresh wrap. What else is new on your truck for this year?
Yeah, we're excited to bring back a lot of our old marketing partners, but new for 2020, we got Yokohama Tire on board. Super pumped to be with them, and got to change up a little bit, but we kept our color scheme, kept that bright orange, white, and black, and pretty excited about it.
Any major changes to the setup or anything?
We keep what works going, and we hope it's going to work for Parker.
I see, and you got your whole family out here, huh? Family event?
Yeah, pretty stoked to have my little boy here with me, and I got my wife here, and maybe that's my luck changer right there. He didn't get to come last year because he's too little, so maybe he's my luck changer.
That could be the luck changer. Yeah. Finally, how old are you again?
Be 33 now. I'll be 34 in a couple weeks.
And where are you from?
Raleigh, California.
And how many championships total in your career?
Off-road racing, one ARCA Series championship, and one Colorado Hill Climb championship. So, but lots of racing experience.
I love it, man. Well, we hope this is the year you get off the schneid. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
That's good.
What's that? Yeah.
A little good.
Back down through here.
Sounds good.
You look like we should go like in a NASA rocket ship somewhere.
I don't know about that.
They're so high tech, it's not even funny.
Taking a look at some of the components that help these vehicles survive in these unforgiving conditions. How you doing, sir? What's your name?
My name's Ron.
Excellent. From?
Weddle Industries.
And how many guys do you have out there?
I think we probably have about 20, 25 racers this weekend.
Perfect. I heard you say something so interesting that I got to ask you about. You said it's hard for the transmissions to keep up with the tires and the suspension. Tell me about that.
It's basically the technology that's involved in the rest of the vehicle is advancing so quickly, and the courses are getting so rough that the cars are going faster and faster, and that just puts that much more punishment through the transmission and driveline, and it's hard for us to keep up.
I heard someone say moments ago that generally speaking, the transmission can be a weak link on a truck. Do you agree with that?
I agree, yes.
Wow. So your job is
in any driveline component.
That's amazing. How do you make them so bulletproof to last as long as they do?
A lot of work, trial and error, constant improvements. Our engineering staff is busy all the time trying to make stuff better.
Thanks for telling us. Anything you'd like to add?
No, we're good. We just wish everybody a safe race and good luck this weekend.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
This is a new project for Robby Gordon. He's building these UTVs. He's already pre-sold 350 of them. And he promised folks they'll have him by Thanksgiving 2020. Racing legend Robby Gordon putting these together, also competing with Best in the Desert.
You would take off over here. That's the way it was run, 75 until
over 600. Oh,
New this year, $25,000 bonus for the first overall unlimited. Look at this. What a shot in the arm for this category. Money, bonus money for qualifying as well. $1,000 for the fastest qualifier in 6100 and $1,000 for the Team Ford pole winner. Thank you for the hard work, ladies. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. We appreciate it. Here with the one and only Brian, folks, of Best in the Desert. Brian, so glad to be here. It's a brand new year of racing. Tell me about what we can look forward to 2020.
2020 Best in the Desert is in charge of its own properties for the first time in a long time, and we're excited about that. The series, we brought on a couple of new races this year, the Battleborn 250, and then we brought back the BlueWater Desert Challenge. So we're excited. We have a full race schedule and should be a good season.
This Triple Crown, what is the Triple Crown this year?
The Triple Crown is 3 of our, what we consider our marquee events. So it's the Parker 425, the Vegas to Reno, and the BlueWater Desert Challenge. And those 3 events are considered the Triple Crown. And essentially the Triple Crown events are sponsored by Maxxis Tires. And we have a special bonus program where we're paying out some pretty big dollars for those 3 events. And then the Triple Crown, the series winner, will also get a payout at the end of the year.
That's a great idea. Where did that come from?
That actually came from my sister-in-law, our in-house accountant. And she came up with the idea. We sat down and spitballed it, and she put the numbers together, and it made sense, so we went for it.
Scott was showing me the checks earlier on. This bonus money available this year, it's got to be a huge boost and a shot in the arm for these racers.
I think so. I mean, I was just actually talking to Jason Boss out at the event expo here in Parker, and you know, his opinion is it hasn't really gained traction yet because it's brand new, but he thinks by the end of the year all the big names will be coming to this event because, you know, hey, $25,000 to paid out by the promoter, that's a big paycheck that really nobody's ever done. Best in the Desert, we're the first ones to ever step up and do that and pay that kind of money out to our racers and award them for winning first, second, third podium.
Very impressive. Now, as for this event, the Parker 425, you got Vegas to Reno, which is a point A to point B marathon. We got Laughlin, which is a lap race. How would you describe this race, this course, to somebody who's never been here?
I would actually say this is closer to Vegas Reno, but kind of in between Vegas to Reno and Laughlin, because Laughlin is what we consider probably more like a short course, a short loop race that's done multiple times, whereas this event, it's a long loop done multiple times, but much longer, more indicative of like a Vegas to Reno racing, because you're only seeing the course 3 times over a 425-mile period. And you know, the course is ever changing, so the course that you've seen on lap 1 is going to be a lot different than what you see on lap 2 and lap 3.
Your father was very instrumental with this series. He was the king. What was his impression of Parker?
Well, Parker is a fan favorite in the town of Parker. The racing history actually goes back. Someone was telling me like 100 years. It goes back that far. They had some type of racing 100 years ago. So Parker has a heritage of racing, and I think the Parker it was originally the Parker 400 by a different organization. They're the ones who started this event. I believe it was 1972.
Wow.
They stopped it in the mid-90s. Another small organization took it over, and it just kind of fell flat on its face. And then it kind of dissolved for a handful of years, and then the town of Parker actually came to my dad in 2002 and basically said, please bring back this event. And he did, and it grew immediately to the point where we have to separate it with motorcycle squads and UTVs. We do a separate race 2 weekends before this race. It's the Parker 250, and then we go into the Parker 425, which is just cars and trucks.
That's great. So again, just like Laughlin, small town, and Best in the Desert comes in and provides a huge economic impact.
Absolutely. The town they're huge racing enthusiasts, and then obviously the businesses and the town itself, they love it. They love racing. They love having us here, and it's a huge economic boost.
I love it. Last thing, you being a former racer yourself, what's the key to winning this race?
Well, you know, the key to winning any race is you got to go fast, but you can't make mistakes. And you know, this race course is full of opportunities to make mistakes. So, you know, you gotta drive or ride fast. You just can't make mistakes and hope the cards fall into your place.
Great stuff. Anything all you'd like to add about this year, this event?
No, just thanks to Jimco as a presenting sponsor, and the wonderful hotel of BlueWater Resort for hosting this event.
Thanks so much. Mr. Scott Harden, we are kicking off another season of Best in the Desert. What an ingenious idea by you guys. For the drivers meeting, you offer a free glass and a free beer. That's a good way to get guys here, isn't it?
Well, you know, I'd like to take credit for it, but it wasn't my idea. Actually, our friends at Method Race Wheels, Colby Groove and Brian Godfrey, great promoters and sponsors of the sport, came up with this idea, just a way to get back and put everybody in a good mood for the race. It's called the Drivers Appreciation Social Hour. It lasts for 1 hour. We have commemorative glasses from the event, and everybody that comes in gets at least one glass and a beer, and gets the whole event started. There's Colby over there, the gentleman that put it together. But the racers love it. It's just a great way to start the event and the weekend of racing.
It really is smart by you guys, because I know in every series it's tough to get drivers to the meeting. You guys found a good way to do it. Talking about 2020, we have a lot to look forward to. Tell me about this big Triple Crown.
Well, this year we're putting up Best of Desert's putting its money where its mouth is. We're the biggest off-road racing series in North America, and so now we're also the best paying off-road series. We have over $600,000 in cash up for grabs in the series, including our Triple Crown, our Maxxis Triple Crown events, which have some serious bonus paybacks for that. $25,000 bonus for first overall car truck tomorrow. Some of the other classes, $7,500 bonuses. That's in addition to the regular purse. So some guys are going to walk away with some serious money. We have series title bonuses as well. And when you take all the money that we're paying back to Best of the Desert Racers this year, it's well over $600,000 will be paid out. And then we have $3.5 million in contingency on top of that.
Truly amazing, and I know the racers really appreciate that. Now, when I say Parker 425, what do you think of? How would you describe this event to somebody?
Well, there's few iconic events in our sport. There's the Baja, there's Vegas to Reno, and there's the Parker 425. You know, it's been around for over 40 years. It's literally the whole town of Parker shuts down for 2 weekends now for our events here. This is one of the toughest off-road races on the calendar. Some of the most iconic places, the Goat Trail, Osborne Wash. Where else can you race? Right alongside the Colorado River. The Parker Python. I mean, just so much stuff that goes on here. There'll be 20 to 30,000 people out there watching this thing tomorrow, over the next 2 days. This is one of the top 3 events in off-road racing.
Some of those sections you just rattled off, tell me about them, describe them. The Parker Python, the Goat Trail.
Well, so it starts with the Parker Python. You know, 3.5 mile infield section, more like a short course section. For most races, that would be all you would do. A few laps around that and call it quits, but that's just the starters. Gives all of the people in the pits a great opportunity to do some real spectating while it's going on. They're not just going die on a fast road and then out in the desert for 3.5 hours. They're doing racing right in front of you. From there, they take off, they parallel Shea Road, they drop into Osborne Wash. The people that are camped along there have a scenic view. They're up above the race course looking down on it. It goes up to a really fast sand wash that takes you out to the back sections of Parker, out to the old mining town of Bouse, brings you back in. As you start nearing the finish, it just gets tougher and tougher. The Goat Trail, 5 miles of hell. I mean, living hell. And you've got to deal with all of that. And then when that's done, you still got to get back into town. And the payoff at the end is you come right alongside the Colorado River and race along it into the finish line. You know, it's spectacular.
That's cool. So it sounds to me like the Goat Trail is a lot like Vegas to Reno, where that course says you're almost done. Nope, we're going to punch you in the gut one more time.
Right, yeah, it's not over. No, not quite. You got some more work to do. So, and a lot of the races have been decided there. I mean, there's just so much stuff going on between the 2 different events and what's going on that this is really, there's going to be a lot of great racing going on here the next couple of days.
Love it. Excited for the season. Anything you would like to add or pass on?
No, we just got record turnout again for the event. We're doing the series is just bursting at the seams. You know, anybody that wants to go out and come out and have a good time, whether you're a racer, spectator, fan, come out and join us.
Thanks so much, Scott. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, start. We'll go to please find the seats and get going. In the meantime, we have on the helmet, so if you watch and on the left out there, please come take us.
One and only Brock Hager, defending champion in 6100. Brock, bring me up to speed. I see your truck is parked and we got a different truck over here. What's going on?
Yeah, you know, we decided to take some time off this year on our truck, and we were gonna, you know, do some testing, get some parts figured out, and put some miles on it, and hopefully come back 2021. But our plan for 2020 is we'll be driving that Alexander Ford 6100, so that'll be really fun. You know, they sponsor me on all my short course stuff, so it's kind of cool that, you know, I'm gonna be with them and racing with them. Usually, you know, we come to the pits and we all park together, so it's nothing new, but you know, obviously it's a little different. He's gonna be qualifying and starting them, and I'll be closing it up.
How's that truck compared to yours?
It's the exact same truck. Tisco built both of the trucks, and they're built around the same time, so it's you know, nothing different. It's pretty much the same thing.
I love it. What's it going to take to win this championship again this year?
You know, it's just you know, you just got to finish all the races. You got to have some good luck. We know we have all the good parts. Everything's the best of the best, and I think we have a good shot at it.
Perfect. You're 20 years old now?
20.
20, excellent. And 20 championships, right? Is that the number?
I don't know.
Total career?
Who
I think
knows?
last year we added them up, and you had, what, a second in a... Last year in the Lucas Oil
Yeah.
Off-Road, you had a second in a... Where
A
else?
third.
Second and a third.
Yep.
You're going to be running that whole series as well?
Yeah, that's the plan. I'll be doing all of that, and then you know, here and there be running this truck. So it's really cool, and you know, I'm excited to take a little bit of time off from the desert where it's not you know, so much going on, and see what 2021's got to offer.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
New this year, the spec category can run 40-inch tires, and they also get bigger motors. This matches the score rules. Their motors are now a maximum displacement of 525 cubic inches.
Laughing at me?
Nobody's laughing at you. Brand new season, #1 qualifier, Harley Letner. How'd you do it, man?
Luck. Went out there and just held it wide open over some stuff that I don't think maybe I should have done, but truck works amazing, so we landed in the big hole and pulled it off. Got a little sketchy out into the trees and stuff, but came away with pole position about 4/10 over Voss, so we're stoked to start out front.
What changes did you make over the off season that you think may have helped you?
Nothing. Just same truck as last year. We just came in fresh season, you know. Like, we always try to go hard qualifying and always try to get that top spot. We've been close a couple times, but it just all came together yesterday.
Is this your first #1 qualifier?
First #1 in the trick truck, yes.
Wow, congratulations. How many years you been running trick truck now?
This will be my 3rd year in trick truck, beginning of 3rd season with concrete.
Well, that's got to make you feel optimistic to start the season with a pole.
Yeah, we're pretty stoked. Just get that momentum rolling with the first place qualifier. We're going to try to just carry that on into Saturday's race and the rest of the season, get that #1 plate.
How many seasons have you been running Parker?
I started racing Parker when I was 15 in 2002.
Oh my gosh, so now
Haven't
that...
missed one.
How old are you now?
35.
35, very cool. Want to talk to you a little bit about qualifying. Two crazy things happened. One, a fan was way too close to the course. I saw the video, you ducked out of the way, barely missed him, saved his life. What was that like?
It was pretty scary for me, which is kind of sucks that the fans would do that. It was one rogue guy, from what I understand, way outside of the marked spectator area. Multiple warnings, they told him to move and he didn't listen. Andrew Whitehead had crashed about 6 cars before me in the same exact spot, and the guy still didn't move. So I hit the same hole and I got thrown out to the side. Seen him last minute, cranked the wheel as hard as I could, and just I thought I tagged him because, you know, from the footage and stuff, looked like it hit him, so I was scared. But it's just unfortunate for us because it'd be unfortunate for him if we hit him, and for us as drivers that he's out there not listening and not sticking in Best in Desert's spectator zone, making it unsafe for all of us.
Sure, and the fact that your friend went down, had to go to the hospital, Andrew Whitehead, from pretty serious injuries, is that making it a bit emotional for you here this weekend?
Yeah, I feel really bad for him. He's a good buddy of mine, but I've been updating with his wife and his family. They're letting me know that he's doing good and all that stuff, so we have high hopes. He walked afterwards, so that's good. It's not that permanent of a paralyzed or something, you know, so we have high hopes. They say he's doing really good.
Perfect. And what engine combination do you have again?
We're in the Joe Gibbs motor.
Joe Gibbs, that's right. How many cubic inches?
I don't know. That's a pretty good question.
But are you working closely with Gibbs
Actually,
again this year?
G14 classified. I'm not allowed to share that information.
There we go. Working closely again with Gibbs this year?
Yes, they're out here. All the Herbst trucks have them, and we have them, so they're out here full force, 100% with us.
What manufacturer?
It's called Joe Gibbs.
Okay. So it's based on a Ford or a Chevy?
Not based on Ford, Chevy, Toyota, nothing. It's purpose-built for Terrible Herbst Motorsports and Joe Gibbs.
Congratulations. Anything you like to add?
I just, just cruising. We're starting the first spot. We're going to go out there and capitalize on it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. James Dean, brand new season. Over the off season, you get married, you got a baby on the way, congratulations, and you stepped up from the buggy class. Tell me about whose team you're with now and how this all came about.
So we're teamed up with Kyle Kraft and Mike Kraft. They had a 6100, decided they're going to race the full season this year. My dad knowing them, so we kind of worked something out. Taking the season off in Best Desert in the buggy, we're going to race in a small series called Snore. But we're teaming up with Mike Kraft and Kyle Kraft in the 6100. So big jump up to the trucks. That's a way different challenge than the buggy. So very excited to do that. And then we're going to team up the whole season, the two-day races. Kyle's going to drive the truck the whole weekend. I'll bring the buggy. So we still got the buggy coming, but very, very excited.
What was your finish last year in the points?
We got 5th in the points last year. Not a great year, but hopefully we can work out all the little kinks, get myself under control, and we can come out and show everyone who we really are next year.
How would you compare one of these 6100 trucks to the buggies?
Man, that's tough. It's a whole another animal. You're going from an open wheel base to where you're a lot lighter, power to weight ratio is a lot better, so you feel a lot more torque, a lot more speed, where the trucks, everything slows down a little bit. And the trophy truck spec class 6100, you have a limited motor, so it's more of like a 2000 Best Desert or a 1600, where everything is on your momentum, being able to keep that truck going, not missing the shift. Like, you just gotta be very spot on. So that's what I would compare it to, is a very limited class to where it's a lot more driver. So it's a lot more fun in my eyes. I think that's where the more fun racing really is in the limited classes.
Very cool. And how old are you now?
I'm 24 next month.
24 next month, out of
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Excellent. And your father, what's his plans for this year?
So my dad, Pat, he's going to be racing with the Herbst this year. They're only doing, I think, 2 races in the States. They're going to race Parker. He qualified 7th yesterday. Ran a conservative pace. He's going to do the first lap, get out, and then Tim Herbst is going to finish the rest, and then they're going to race all of Mexico. So San Felipe, the 500, the 400, and the 1,000 together.
Great stuff. Anything you like to add?
Just got to thank everyone that gets us here. My grandpa, Kyle Kraft, Mike, everyone that's helped put this on. BF Goodrich, South Point, that guy, services. Ultra Wheels for stepping up huge. BF Goodrich for helping us out. And just everyone else, our pit guys, and everyone that gets us here. So really appreciate them. Without them, we wouldn't be here this morning.
All right, Donald, you're a busy man, as always. I wanted to know how you keep this straight with timing and scoring and how many employees you have out there.
So we have volunteers out on the course to help with that scoring system. We have roughly 200 people out on track, writing down numbers as the race vehicle goes by.
200 people for Best in the Desert. Yeah. Amazing.
Yep, and then we have about 10 paid employees that are here. But all the rest of them are volunteers that are giving their time, making sure the racers are safe, keeping the public safe, and helping us keep the race on track.
What's the toughest part of your job?
Just keeping everything organized, making sure that everything flows together smoothly, and just overseeing the project is the biggest challenge.
And you get to talk to the winners right when they cross the finish line. How much fun is that?
Oh, that's exciting to enjoy and spend that few moments with them as they're elated about how they just finished the event. It's a pretty exciting deal to be able to expend.
I love it.
Yeah, spend that time with them.
One other thing, we're talking about rule changes over the off season. I see that the spec class has stepped up to 40-inch tires. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we looked at it, and it was time to make some changes to to be able to get those guys to be more competitive. So we went to a 40-inch tire, we went to a bigger engine, and also we allowed them to have an underdrive to help save on parts and transmissions and stuff like that.
What's an underdrive?
So an underdrive drops the gear ratio right out of the back of the transmission. So it makes it so the drive line spins at a slower speed. Again, that makes it safer, and it also makes the parts on the truck last longer.
I love it. Anything at all you'd like to add?
No, just excited for the 2020 season. We got a lot of good things with the Triple Crown, with the new truck giveaway that we're giving away, a brand new 2020 Ford Ranger at the Laughlin Desert Challenge, sponsored by King Shock. So we're really excited about that. And so thank you to Alexander Ford for stepping up to the plate and giving us a vehicle to give away.
Great stuff, man. We know you're busy. We'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
This is official news. See, everything I say is, I told you that. We hear that Warren had to stop, had to change something.
It'll be Letner, Voss, Laughlin. What a 1-2-3 punch. Robert Johnson and Toby Price starting fourth. The Chattanooga Whiskey Machine. Jack's Redline will be fifth. Here we are, bright and early. Number one qualifier in the buggy category, Joe David. Joe, how old are you again?
34 years old.
Out of?
Ridgecrest, California.
I heard you just say 50% attrition rate on the first lap. Explain that one to me.
Basically, what I believe is, you know, off-road is a high attrition rate. This track is brutal, so we should expect 50% of the cars in front of us and behind us to be out of the race before the first or after the first lap.
What's new on your buggy this year?
Pro-Am front hubs. We got a brand new Adam Wick motor. And good old faithful Albans prepped by Weddle Tranny in the back, so we should be set.
Excellent. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you, sir.
It's a brand new season and a brand new truck for Kyle Jurgensen. Last year, you didn't run the full series, but you finished with 3 straight wins.
Correct.
You were hot. What's going on this year?
Different team with Brenthal Industries, and we're going to try to get them some wins this year and hopefully a championship on the way.
That's excellent. What's it like stepping over to this team? How'd you get hooked up with these guys?
We've been friends for a long time, and they're getting better and better with their trucks, and they asked me to come on board, and I was happy to join, and we're looking really forward to it. They build really nice trucks. A couple tweaks, personal tweaks, and it's put it on the pole.
Does it feel any different than yours?
It's a little longer, so turning's a little bit different, but for the most part, everything's pretty similar.
Very cool. And in terms of Parker, what's the key to winning here?
Not going too fast. It's easy to get excited, and it being a lap race, going too hard. It's still 425 miles. It's a long race. You got to play smart and not get impatient when passing the unlimited that are in front of us. Yeah.
Excellent, man. Wish you the best of luck this year chasing that championship. Laughlin with a great qualifying performance. Cody Parkhouse will be the top there in the buggy category. Ready for the 7:15 a.m. start. Button from the F1 world. Jesse James Racing, James Scuffy. Harley Letner out at 104. Broken gear. Gary, you just let me know when you are ready, sir. We'll give you a little audio check. Audio check, 1, 2, 3.
Ready, Freddy.
All right, Jason, big congratulations. I want to know, how the heck did you get so far ahead of everybody?
I don't know. We just went out and had a good day. The truck was working great. Can't thank King Shocks enough. Method Race Wheels here. We've been doing a lot of dialing in on this truck in the off season and all last year. So truck's really coming around. And, you know, my co-pilot did an awesome job. And, you know, it's just, we were in the groove all day. It was a good day.
Any scary incidents, any close calls out there for you guys?
No, not really. I got it's getting a little worried. End of the first lap, I got a rock on the drive line. And would get a vibration about 115, 120. So I was worried that some guys would start catching. But really just me worrying about that was about it. No, we went out and had a great day. Corey Racing Engines does the engines here, and man, this thing was hauling the mail to this weekend.
If you could describe the course to me, what was it like out there? We heard it was pretty brutal.
Yeah, real good mixture of terrain, actually. You know, Matomi Wash was really just square-edged going out on that last lap. But, you know, you get through that, you get out on some of the fast gravel roads in the back. You got to watch out for the high-speed rollers, they'll get you. But definitely a lot of chop and a lot of big whoops once you got into the sandy sections around the Python here.
No, last year we were talking about you had some of the new truck blues. Are the new truck blues finally gone?
Well, hopefully. There's no wood in here for me to knock on. Yeah, there's no wood to knock on, but we got carbon fiber.
and more importantly, to start the season with a win, has this set the bar rather high? Are we gunning for a championship again?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go to each race looking for a win. But, you know, obviously in the back of our mind, we're here to race for a championship as well. So, no, great way to start the season.
Great. Anything you'd like to add?
No, I just can't thank our team enough. My co-pilot here. Great weekend of racing.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. Could I ask something?
He's back on me and Jason again, dominating.
Did you say 25 minutes, Scott?
25 minutes,
That's,
yeah.
Have you ever seen somebody gap it like there at Parker?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to look at the records. I'm sure it's happened, but in this day and age, with all the competition that's going on, there's many good trucks and competitors that are here. It's very rare. He put it all together. Jason is, when he gets on a roll, you got to watch out. Hard man to beat.
Truly amazing.
Yeah.
You know, Jason, our last race of the year down in Laughlin, you won that, and here you are carrying this right on.
Yeah, you know, we got a new truck that we built in-house. James and Chris in our shop, along with Bob and Neff, built it about a year and a race ago. So we spent last season working the bugs down on it, and you know, really came around at Laughlin, and we had a good run there. So that got us pretty excited for the new year here. Spent a lot of time with King in the off season, and Corey Racing Engine's working on the engine on this, and man, it's fast.
You get the co-driver. You come on up here and join us. So definitely, you know, we don't always give the co-driver a lot of props, but you know, Donnie, I know is really great for you. Really helps you out.
Yeah, no, he did a great job today. Donnie's new with me recently. You know, he rode all last season, so we're going on our second season right now. And yeah, no, he did great today. I don't know how anyone does it right in the passenger seat.
You know, this race, we can go back a lot of years, you know, that you've been racing here, ups and downs. I know you won it 2 years, I think, what, 13 and 14 back to back. The one next year, almost won it. You finished behind Justin Matney. Another year, I remember we were replacing transmission down on the river. I mean, it's Parker, it's kind of a cool race to win for us. We know everybody wants to win this race at the start of the year because it gets you going with that momentum.
Yeah, you know, so usually big truck counts out here at Parker, so as far as the season goes, it's a big one to start out with a win on. But, you know, the terrain out here is just so rough, and, you know, there's so much different types of sand wash and whoops and so many places you can crash or break the truck. So, you know, that's why you kind of have the ups and downs here at Parker, but it feels good to have the truck in one piece.
Any problems? I mean, when you went out on the third lap, I was down there with you on the river. You and Harley were so far ahead of third place and the rest. Any problems today?
No, we had a pretty clean day. Minor ding in the drive shaft. I had a rock come off the front driver tire and hit it. About 115, 120 and start to vibrate, so we couldn't really go much faster than that. But no, clean day. Donnie and I never got down. Everything went great. Pit stops were good. Can't thank our team enough.
Let's thank a bunch of sponsors. I know Brett's over there, overjoyed. You got Nate with BFG. Why don't you thank some people?
Yeah, you know, everyone inside the truck here, you know, first we'll start with the team. All of our pit stops today were great. James and Chris in the shop. Donnie's working on the truck in the shop now too. But yeah, King Shocks, BF Goodwrench, Method Race Wheels, How Power Steering.
He's going to probably walk away from about almost 50 grand for the weekend between the side bet. All you trick truck guys put up a side bet. Also, by the time you get the money from Ford and everybody else, you know, definitely a good weekend. You like this? Nice, man, huh?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of racers out there that didn't show up this year realized that there was 25,000 on the line this year from Best in the Desert. And like George was saying, you know, we're out here racing for, you know, other persons as well. So when you total it all up at the end, it's nice to come race for a check.
You want to pop some champagne? Okay, I'm going to get out of the way. But we'll give us some shots so we get out of the way.
we forgot to do this.
You know, he'll get it down. All right, Jason Voss, a winner out here the 2020. Hey, Parker 425 presented by Gemco.
Jason just brought up his wife Taylor, new baby boy McCoy.
You got a screwdriver? Anybody got a set of keys?
Celebrating a brand new baby boy.
On the podium. So
This is cool, man. This is different. We didn't know it. So, this is cool, Jason. I didn't even plan on this, so. Well, now we got the baby. How old is he now? 3 months old. Let's give it up for the little one, little Jason Voss. You could have put a little bit in the bottle. Just give him a little in the bottle.
Congratulations, Tracy.
Thank you.
You ready, Gary?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Tracy Graff, second overall. Take me through your day out there.
It was an awesome day. You know, we started out 13th and had to deal with some dust early in the morning, but we caught up to the guy in front of us and he had to pull over in pit one, and so we had clean air for quite a while, and fortunately never had any other traffic we really had to deal with until lap 3. We caught some lappers and and had to deal with that. But other than that, it was a great day.
I heard you talking about a tire. Any problems as far as flat tires go?
I just had one flat tire. I'm not sure how we got it, but it was right before main pit, so we were able to make it to the pit on a flat tire, and the crew did an awesome job on both pit stops, and other than that, it was a pretty flawless day.
What was the most difficult part of the course in your opinion?
Just over here in the rocks, it's getting so rough coming back in the Jeep trail. That was a tough part.
So what's the key to making the vehicle last in a section like that?
Just take it cool and try and get our way through the rocks. You know, changing a flat tire takes a lot longer than just taking it cool through that stuff.
Well, congratulations. This is a great way to start the season. Voss, obviously, he checked out. He was gone, but we know the championship chase is a long one. Starting with the second, how you feeling?
I'm pretty happy with the second. You know, Voss, Jason's a great friend of mine, and congratulations to him on the win, and we'll be pushing him all season.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Can I ask a question? It's kind of off the wall, but do you get angry? I mean, is there things happen out there that you actually react emotionally?
I don't get. Is this on the camera?
Yeah, it is.
I don't get mad out there, but there's some old bleep moments when Jake calms me down and says, "No, good, you're good, go." But there's a few sketchy spots that we've had, pushing it pretty hard.
Good stuff. Tracy, how old are you now?
I am almost 57.
And how many years you been in the sport?
I actually started, I'm an old rookie. I started in 2011.
Oh, you're doing a great job. You had that big roll a couple years ago. You totally recovered from that?
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
Excellent.
We almost got the truck fixed to keep going after that roll, but couldn't quite get it done. But yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll make it. I'll put it in my suitcase. Same thing, Justin, any time in your racing history you got a $10,000 check? I can't comment on that. But it's great for Best in Desert put this all up, so it's awesome. It's been a long time since we've seen this kind of prize money, so I'm sure Jason took home a little bit more, so congratulations to them. They did a phenomenal job all day and played it smart off the start and just walked away, so they did awesome. So congrats to Tracy and Jake. They plucked through the dust in the beginning, just did a phenomenal job all day. One little mistake on the second lap was it, and truck's perfect. So they did a phenomenal job and a great job to all our team, and thank everybody.
Mr. Laughlin, is the curse finally over? A third is pretty respectable.
Yeah, I'll take a third place finish. I wouldn't say it's over because I count that as a win, but hey, we're at the finish line. We had a good run today. It wasn't our day, and big congratulations to Jason. We're good buddies, and obviously competitors on the shock side of it, but it's cool to see him win, and I wish I was up there challenging him all day long. But Derek did a great job prepping this truck. It was completely tore down just like 3 weeks ago, and to put it back together and have it run like we did, it's amazing. And a big thank you to Yokohama, Fox Factory, Method Race Wheels, Multicam, and all the guys that helped keep this truck going. And big thank you to all the fans out there. It's really cool to see the fans all over the place, and it makes us go a little bit faster.
Take me through the course if you can. What was it like from your perspective?
Well, the first lap was pretty smooth and fast, and just as the day went on, it just seemed like the rocks just came out of the ground and were searching just for me, because I felt like I hit every one of them out there. But super fast. The roads got graded off, and they were 15 miles an hour faster than the first lap just because of that. And hot, brutal, dry, definitely one of the roughest races in the world.
With all your experience, is there a certain way you were able to hit those rocks to prevent the flats?
I wish. I just took them all with the nose, and I don't know what the front of my truck looks like, but it felt like I hit every one of them out there. And we had a solid day. We'll take it, and hopefully we stay in the third place position right now. We got a couple guys that are trailing us on time, but I think we'll be all right.
So finally, after all those DNFs, you're headed to the podium. How's it feel?
It definitely feels great. This is a good way to get 2020 off to a good start. I got a lot of races planned, and this is the way to do it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations out there. Where did you guys start?
We started 19th overall, third in class 1500, and we had a pretty smooth day overall. A couple of little issues, but it was right down to the wire. We had a good A couple guys racing around us. Brian Parkhouse was right on us at the last pit going out into the last lap. And then we got a flat tire, and that put us right behind him. So we reeled him back in, and we got by him, but we had to make up some time. So hopefully we have it here. Hopefully we put enough time down on him and got the win. But we're feeling good. We had a good run. The Stronghold car, I can't believe how well it ran. I mean, you know, with MAVTV behind us and Lucas Oil, you know, everything just ran pretty flawless all day. And I just cannot thank my team enough, my co-driver Maddie here. It was amazing. I mean, it was a perfect day for the most part.
What do you think it was that set the MAVTV buggy apart?
I think it was our team, our setup, our car, and we had, you know, a good fortunate day. We drove really hard pretty much the whole way. We just kept getting faster and faster, and as we got more comfortable with the course, the holes got a lot bigger. But ultimately, you know, it just came down to perfect logistics. Our team, you know, fixed the issues we had as quickly as possible, and just had a good day.
How were you able to adapt to that changing course? I know that gave a lot of drivers a lot of problems.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty wild because the ruts got so deep that I had to drive, you know, get really creative with the lines going around the holes, skipping across them. So ultimately, I think we were driving faster at the end through the bigger holes just because we had to in order to maintain momentum. It was pretty wild.
In terms of everything that you've done in your career, what's this mean to you? How's this stack up?
I think this is the biggest win of my career. I've done a lot of Lucas Oil off-road racing before and in the pro buggy class and other desert races as well, but this big win here at Parker, I can't be more happy with that. I think this is the biggest win of my career so far. Hopefully it takes us a lot of good places with Stronghold, and we just keep the momentum going moving forward.
Big congrats. Anything you'd like to add?
I just want to thank my team. I want to thank God. Without him, nothing is possible. And I just want to thank my girlfriend, Maddie, here next to me. Called up a perfect race. I can't believe how he nailed all these corners while I'm bashing through these bumps. It's pretty amazing. And Scott Bailey with Stronghold Motorsports, just so grateful to be sitting here in this seat and to represent your team.
Big congrats.
Okay, just one thing. Can you just another swing at Mav and Lucas?
Certainly.
Just a different take on it.
Okay.
You can talk to you.
Sure. Just talking about, you know, the support you get from MAVTV and Lucas Oil.
Yeah, I mean, it's really second to none. MAVTV and Lucas Oil are such awesome companies. They have great leadership that we really can get behind, and they support us in a big way, which it means a lot. You know, we can't do it without our sponsors, and MAVTV and Lucas are just wonderful companies to be representing. I couldn't be happier.
Congratulations.
What a day! Fourth across the line, first in class. Congratulations. Come on in here. We got to talk to this gentleman over here. You brought the MAVTV buggy home in unbelievable time. How'd you do it today?
Well, I just couldn't do it without my team, Stronghold Motorsports, and my sponsors behind me. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to, is a good team, good logistics. You got to have a good, hard run, and we drove as hard as we possibly could. And with a well-prepped car, we had a flawless day.
Is this the biggest moment of your career?
Yes, sir. As
Got
of
it.
right now.
Congratulations.
Hopefully we'll have a good future ahead of us with Stronghold, but couldn't be happier at the moment. This is huge.
Dave Mason Jr. taking home a big win for Lucas Oil and MAVTV. All right, congratulations, Kyle. How'd you do it today?
Everything went fairly smooth, but actually it was quite the battle with Sean Kroll with the Grove Racing. We started first, had a perfect first lap, and then crew did great in the pits, got out quick, and then right after the main pit, like a mysterious rock popped up and broke a brake line. We got out, we lost about 3 minutes, Grove got by us, and then we only had front brakes, we capped the rear, and we pushed as hard as we can. The second lap was absolutely ridiculously nuts, and we actually physically passed Grove back. And then after that, the crew did a great job. They fixed the brakes, so I had all brakes again the last lap. We never looked back, and it looks like an unofficial win.
You finished last year with 3 straight wins. It's now 4 in a row. This hot streak, man. It doesn't matter what truck you're in, you're just winning. What do you attribute this to?
Me and Sean, we're really clicking in the truck. He's doing a good job telling me what's coming up, and I keep getting myself into good situations, both with Brenthel. This is a fantastic Gen 3 truck. It never missed a beat all day. And then like last year, my own truck and Camberg, we just had a really solid trucks, and we take advantage of it. We do our homework, and we take it one corner at a time. We don't get the big picture. We don't get cocky. you know, we could break coming down the finish line right now. So we just one turn at a time, and it seems to have been working out for us.
Is there something that has improved in your driving style that's enabling you to make these trucks last?
No, I think I've drove the same my whole life. I think it's just this class, the 6100 class, this LS3 base motor, turbo 400, underdrive. It's so bulletproof that we can push them 100% all day, and you have to physically make a mistake to break them. And that's just been something I've never done in my whole life. I was always a trick truck, and the motors would just destroy the powertrain, and we were sitting out there waiting for a trailer. But these just keep going, and we get to actually drive. So it's awesome.
Big congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know how much high, it doesn't matter, you won. But second is going to the Hancock team from you, okay? First there, Hancock second. Such a close race between the two of you. Here is your check. You want to jump out? Let's jump out.
So he's the second overall pro?
Hey Kyle, can since this is Parker, Arizona, I know you don't like me to tell the story, right? Where's your mom at? Mom, is it okay? Can we do it? Some people don't know, so we're going to talk about this. Jack, you got to listen to this story. Now, I'm presenting him with his check. He won today, first place. How old are you? 24. 24. 11 years ago, he was 13 years old. He drove up on the podium in a trick truck. Could barely see him looking over the front end. He was 13 years old in his first truck. And I said, keep an eye on this kid. He's going to be something someday, and you are, buddy. And I'm going to be honest. Thank you. Whatever you drive, I mean, you drove last year with Cameron, and I think these guys saw something in you, and now you're going to be in this truck all year. Awesome. Yep, all year, and we're going to try to keep it going. Thanks to people. Brentell, my family for coming out. We give you great times. It was a great day. Thank you so much. And you guys. And this is bonus money. It's $2,500 per second, and it's bonus on top of the other money you're going to get for the race this weekend. All right? Let's get some good things.
Team Parkhouse takes home a second. Tell me about it.
It was great. Brian Parkhouse started and did the first 2 laps. I got in and did the last lap and just had a nice clean run back here to the finish line.
How would you describe this track? Take me through it.
This track's fun. It started obviously deteriorating from when we pre-ran to the 3rd lap when I got in. It was pretty rough, a lot of chatter bumps, a couple big holes, but other than that, it was a fun course.
How were you able to successfully adapt?
This man right here.
Well, honestly, talk to me about how important your co-driver was and what he did.
Co-riders are huge. They're there pre-running with us, marking all the course, and if he's not on top of his game, calling stuff early enough, you could definitely end your day quickly.
So were there any instances where he called something out that you said if he wouldn't have called that, would have been done?
No, not today. He was spot on, so we had no issues.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to add?
Just can't thank Brian Parkhouse and the entire Parkhouse family enough for the opportunity.
I love it. And you say Cody's at home with a new baby?
Yep, Cody's at home with a newborn, 2 weeks old.
2 weeks. Yeah.
When will Cody return this year, or will he?
He'll be at the Mint.
At the Mint.
At 400.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brock, congratulations. Take home a second in class. Take me through your day.
Yeah, usually I start and do the first 2 laps and have someone finish the 3rd. So it was a new thing for me today. I wasn't able to start. I actually got in at midway, halfway through, and ran the other half here. And it was overall it was a good day. Ryan and Jordan, they killed it in the truck. Gave it to me in a pretty good position, and then left me a really good truck. And I charged, and I don't know where we ended up, but I don't know. It should be interesting to find out. And I'm pumped. This truck was excellent. I just got to give it up to Alexander Ford, Ryan, and Jordan. I got to thank them for letting me drive this thing, and all their guys for pitting. Jake Velasco and all his guys for helping out pitting, and my co-driver Eric, and everyone else. It was a fun day, and curious to see where we end up.
What was the toughest obstacle out there today?
My toughest obstacle was probably passers. Slow 1 cars and trucks and stuff. Turbo trucks, slow of them. But it's kind of a bummer. I got into 2 or 3 cars here towards the end, and got held up for a little bit, but got around him, and we tried to charge as hard as we could through this last section, but still being really smart. We didn't want to get out and change some tires, so we played super cool with it and got through it, and it's a good spot for the championship as they go forward
Congratulations. Dave reporting a driveline problem. Take me through your day out there. I heard you say you had a driveline problem?
Yeah, we were doing great, making time all day. I think they're saying we're 4th right now, but I think we're only not too far back off the leaders. It was a good day. I bit the driveline. I think maybe the same thing that may have taken out Harley about 50 miles out.
Gotcha.
We just cruising in at like 45, 50 miles an hour, and didn't feel like changing the driveline out there. Got a little lazy.
Glad you made it. How old are you?
I am 48.
How many years you been in this sport?
A long time.
And where are you out of?
Carlsbad, California.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gary Messer looking to be 3rd in 6100. Congratulations. Quick stats about you. How old are you?
I'm 56.
Out of?
Kingman, Arizona.
Kingman, Arizona. How many years you been doing this?
15.
Wow. Take me through the day a little bit.
Oh, it was rough, man. Hit the big jump out there about mile marker 4 and landed in a bunch of trees. And we actually had sticks in our steering wheel, and it broke our rear view mirror. The sticks were so big, all 3. So it got kind of wild there, but we backed it down and just brought it home.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gary Messer got buried in trees like he's never been buried before in 15 years of racing. Truly wild.
I should have. I only got one flat.
Is driving this truck. The winner of 2019 Dakar on the motorcycles, of course, our own Ricky Breivik put him down this year. But Toby ended up 3rd. We're going to come up here, Toby. Nice to see you. Best in the desert, man. I know down in Mexico, you and Nasser Alatia had some fun. But I heard you were in this truck today. How much? Every lap or what?
No, I got in for the last 2 laps. So the owner, Robert Johnson, did the first lap. He qualified yesterday, got us in a really good position, and from there Rob did a really good job this morning, and we got off well, and I ended up in the 2nd lap. And then from there, we started to pull some time back. Everything was going really good. Right near the end here, just before we crossed the road over the bridge, we just got a flat, so we had to quickly change the tyre there. So we lost a little bit of ground, and come into the pits and got some tyres and went from there. We basically went out for the 3rd lap, and unfortunately a motor on the fly-by-wire on the throttle locked up on us, and basically gave us no throttle. So we climbed under the hood, put a shoestring on the linkage system for the throttle, and pulled it through the dash, and yeah, we did one whole big full lap with a hand throttle. So it was that was a bit of a wild time, but it was good. We had a finish line.
Cool. With you, with all your history off-road on the motorcycles, you got to come up with something once in a while,
Yeah, I'll give that credit to Duncan. He did a good job there, and he came up with that. But I didn't think it was going to be quite possible to try and run his truck around one-handed and one hand on the throttle. So it worked well. The first shoestring was broken on us, so we pulled into the first pit and basically wrapped some wire around it with the crew there. And from there it was golden. So we averaged 62 miles an hour and with a hand throttle.
Gary, can you hear me, Gary?
And massive big thanks to Robby Johnson for having us here. Chattanooga Whiskey for sponsoring the truck. Cisco boys for doing all the work for us. Without them, we wouldn't be able to get around here and get the job done. So I think it looks like a top 5, and not too bad. We definitely were hoping for a little bit better, but other than that was good. Big thanks to Duncan for helping us too.
You were in 3rd place going out on the 3rd lap. I was down in the river when you went through the loop for the timing. Jason came through, then Letner team came through, and you were 3rd physically, coming off 2 wheels. And I think you're liking the 4 wheels, right?
Definitely loving it. It's definitely a safety environment for me.
Main thing is the truck's here in one piece, and we're here at the finish line. So it's been a bit of a tough day, but we're happy with it.
Congratulations, Toby. How would you compare this to 2 wheels?
This is a whole different world than the two-wheel world. So I'm really enjoying this stuff. This is a lot of fun. A lot safer environment for me. But yeah, two wheels is still where it's at for us at the moment. But I'm definitely hoping and praying that this will be my future. And yeah, keep racing in these a bit more.
Congratulations.
How do you compare this to Dakar?
Look, it's a totally different race. Dakar's over 12 days, but this here is just like a sprint race, and you've really got to make the 3 laps count. And but look, I really enjoyed the track. The course out there was my first time being there, and yeah, it's got a mix of everything, all through the riverbeds and big, fast, wide open roads and stones and big holes, and yeah, the piece of the truck handled well through it. So I really loved it. So hopefully I can get another seat for next year and come back for another part of 425.
Thanks, Toby. How old are you?
32.
32. Love it. And your hometown?
Yeah, hometown's Hillston, where I grew up.
Hillston, Australia.
But yeah, then I'm now living in Gold Coast, up in Queensland. So
Are you going to be running the whole season?
Wait and see. Hopefully, if we drove all right today, hopefully we can find another seat and go again. But we'll wait and see.
Congratulations.
Cheers, boys. Awesome. Thank you.
So, that's okay. It's your time. This is your time, buddy. His gloves. So Ray, you've been with us for many, many years. You know, you definitely are one of the top drivers in the world. Now you're in the 6100 class, giving you guys a right money. You lost a close friend.
Yeah, we lost our prep guy who's been with me for 17 years, ever since my first prep and my first Jeep speed. And
well, congratulations to all our winners, including that man, Kyle Jurgensen. Really hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look. If you like it, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out this show when it heads your way on MAVTV. But for now, subscribe to the Cycle Drag YouTube channel.
Wait a minute. Is it the legendary Jesse James? Are you really the legendary Jesse James?
Sometimes, only in my own mind.
What do you got on your hat?
Cycle Drag.
You're the man. Do you watch the Cycle Drag YouTube channel?
No, but you should.
We hope that you'll start watching, and I appreciate it.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to Cycle Drag on YouTube, like CycleDrag.com on Facebook, and we'll keep it coming. We are here to promote fast motorcycles all over the world. If you have any friends who you think may enjoy this, please refer them. They are always welcome. Thank you for the comments, the feedback. We appreciate it, guys. Thank you for subscribing to Cycle Drag on YouTube. Again, that's Cycle Drag on YouTube. Smash the bell for notifications. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Best in the Desert rolls on.